It's June 14th, and June is strawberry season in New England. I'm making the featured recipe for today from the Fannie Farmer kitchen cabinet, Lenox strawberries. I'm excited to share this recipe with you today because it is an anniversary of sorts. Yesterday was my actual anniversary and 1 year since Scratch gave me this box of menus and recipes. So it is 1 year from today that I first shared a menu card with a vintage food group. As usual, I have never made this dish before and I have no idea how it's going to turn out. So let's get started. To make Lenox strawberries, you will need strawberries, an orange, curacao, sugar, heavy cream, vanilla. First step is wash, pick over, and hull the strawberries. I know there are all sorts of techniques for hulling strawberries, but I just cut their little leaves and stems off. Strawberries are native to this area, and they had been harvested by indigenous people long before the Europeans arrived. Of course, native strawberries aren't these huge store-bought berries that I'm using here. They were tiny little wild strawberries, like these. They have such an intense flavor, and their season is really short, so I enjoy them as long as we have them. The full moon in June is called the strawberry moon, and it happens to be tonight. So get out there and check it out. Now we pour the Lenox mixture over the strawberries. It is made from orange juice, where strawberries are cheap and plentiful this time of year. Oranges, not so much, so I guess that makes this kind of an indulgent dish. It would have been even more expensive in Fannie Farmer's day. Orange juice. And then 4 tablespoons of sugar. I think that sounds like an awful lot. This is for 1 serving. But for the sake of authenticity, I'm gonna do it. And some orange curacao. Curacao is a liqueur made from the peel of bitter oranges that are grown on the island of Curacao. And mostly these days it is tinted blue. That's what I happen to have. But however, the blue version started being sold in 1912. So that's fine, right? All right. So she didn't say how many strawberries to use, so I'm using 8. And she just says to chill thoroughly, but not how long. So I'm gonna stick it in the fridge for an hour, and then I'll see you back here. The next thing we do is arrange in glasses. The recipe doesn't actually say what kind of glass. Some of the other ones do specify. So got this lovely little ice cream sundae dish that came from my mother, and I am going to arrange the strawberries. She also doesn't say what you're supposed to do with the Lenox mixture. I'm just going to let a little bit cling to the berries as I put them in the glass, because it really is very syrupy. It would be overkill. So the glass was a little big for the number of strawberries. That's okay. It's pretty, right? And And now we are to garnish with whipped cream, sweetened and flavored delicately with vanilla. I don't like my whipped cream too sweet, so I just used a dash of sugar and a splash of vanilla and mixed it up while the strawberries were chilling. You're also supposed to force it through a pastry bag. I don't like using pastry bags, I think they're messy. I like these squeezy things from OXO. Not sponsored. Why Lenox strawberries? Because Lenox is spelled with just one N, I think it is named for the town in the Berkshires in western Massachusetts. In Fanny Farmer's day, it was a resort town, rather like Newport or Bar Harbor, where really rich people built cottages that were actually mansions. Today, it is still a popular destination. The Kripalu Yoga Center is there, Canyon Ranch Spa, and Tanglewood, which is the summer home of the Boston Pops. All right, here we are, Lenox strawberries. Please do not mock my piping skills. All right, let's see how it tastes. It's good. It's sweet. It's faintly orangey. Mostly, it tastes like delicious strawberries. I can't really taste the curacao versus the orange juice. I mean, it was only a tiny bit of curacao. I think if I made this again, I would cut the strawberries into pieces. She didn't say anything about that, so I just left them whole, right? The only instruction was wash, pick, and hull strawberries. But I would probably cut them into more manageable pieces. The Lenox mixture is really sweet, and the sugar never completely dissolved. There was so much of it in so little liquid. So I might change those proportions. But it was certainly quick to make, very few ingredients. It's delicious. Yes, you could pipe the whipped cream on like I did, but sort of as soon between the syrup of the Lenox mixture and just digging in, it sort of all went to heck, and you could just put a glob on top, a decorative glob, a lovely swoopy glob, and it would still be beautiful and delicious. So my final verdict on Lenox strawberries, make it. It's good, it's easy. I wouldn't tell on you if you decided to use orange juice from the carton instead of squeezing an actual orange. And I think the proportions of the Lenox mixture can be messed around with. The recipe here of the juice of half an orange, 4 tablespoons of sugar, and a 1/4 tablespoon of curacao is supposed to be for 1 serving, however much she thinks 1 serving is. So I would say play with it. This is the sort of thing you could throw together well before dinner time, just leave it chilling in the fridge, and then all you need to do is put the strawberries in dishes, put your whipped cream on top, and voila, a delicious seasonal treat. Enjoy. All right, so take some biscuits. When you prepare your strawberries, slice them, let them soak in the Lenox mixture, and then put them on your biscuits with the whipped cream, and you have like a extra fancy strawberry shortcake. Yes, I'm gonna do it. You should too.